Here are some things that I've learned when I was 25. Good morning, guys. It is my birthday. That feels so weird to say, but I am 1 year older. I think I can confidently say that I feel a little different in a good way. There's usually I feel like last year, if you guys watched my birthday vlog when I went to Chicago, I was definitely not in a headspace to be celebrating being older or getting older. But I feel like this time around, I've taken the time to really get to know me as just Brian and not Brian with someone else, if that makes any sense. I feel like in times like this, when you're with someone, it's easy to forget that it's your day or it's your time to celebrate you. I definitely can say that I've grown into a person that I am happy with, into a person that I want to be. And I feel like I woke up, oh, am I gonna cry? Uh-oh, I'm getting teary-eyed. But I definitely feel like I've done the work. I'm not saying that I'm done by any means. I'm not saying that the Brian that you guys see today is the Brian that's gonna be for the rest of time. But I am happy with this Brian. I am content. This video is probably gonna be a slower pace. I just wanted to give you some advice for the people that might need it. Here are some things that I've learned when I was 25. You have to let them, because you don't need that last conversation with someone that hurt you to find out what they did, because what was done was the hurt. So let them. They weren't thinking about you, they weren't thinking about your feelings, they weren't thinking about the way whatever they did would make you feel. They never liked you, they never were meant for you. So let them. The confirmation is in their actions. The confirmation is in accountability that they might or might not take. The reality is that you need people in your life that are about you, that are going to choose you, that are going to think about you. You don't need people who are intentionally trying to hurt you, or they go out of their way to bring you down or demean you in any way. That's not for you. So one more time, I'm gonna tell you, let them. You don't need the closure. The closure is you. The closure is understanding that you deserve better. Now, it is 8 a.m. I thought in this video we would go through a very slow morning. So we're gonna go to the kitchen and make coffee. We're gonna keep talking. So I hope you guys like chit-chatty vlogs. It's gonna be a very chit-chatty one. Come join me in the kitchen and make a coffee with me. But first, I need to make the bed. So I'll be RB. Now, I believe that one of the biggest things that I've learned is self-respect. I know that may sound a little obvious to some people, but this is where it can get tricky, because in this stage of your life, the universe is gonna really test your ability to step back and analyze and see the situation as it is. People may call you self-involved or selfish because you're trying to focus on you and because you're not willing to accept the disrespect anymore. But I'm gonna ask you this: how much are you willing to sacrifice for other people? How much of you are you gonna be putting in the line for other people's feelings? How much longer are you going to do that before you realize you're lessening your value? How many times are you gonna let the negativity in your life that doesn't see or care the value in you? When you detach from everything, you attract everything. If it doesn't bring you peace or give you purpose, it doesn't deserve your time or energy. This is a form of self-care that is not talked about enough, really. Removing yourself from situations some people might see as a weakness, some people might see as you can't take the heat. Removing yourself from situations that don't serve you, getting away from places that you don't feel valued or loved, that, my love, is self-care. As soon as you make peace with the fact that we're put in this world for experiences, whether that be emotions, people, or places that we want to further find truths about who we are, who we're meant to be. And when we let go of the idea that someone is meant to stay in your life, or this is where you're supposed to be because this is where you think you're happiest, it'll be a lot easier for you to live life and experience it as you want. Because there is one life, there's one you, and there's tens, if not hundreds, of experiences that your brain hasn't even comprehended. Growing from your old self means evolving into the person that you're wanting to be. You need to, for lack of a better word, destroy everything that reminds you of this version of you that's obviously no more. You need to let go of the way that people treat you. You need to let go of the way that people perceive you, even the way that you let your thoughts run wild. Don't. I know it's easier said than done, but don't let it consume you. You need to first see the higher version of yourself. You need to be the director. Take that fucking role and run with it. Take the control. This one is not gonna be very nice to hear, and if it triggers anyone, I do apologize because that's never my intention with anything that I do or say, unless I mean it. But in this case, I don't. Sorry, I don't mean to make a joke. What happened to you, what was done to you, was never your fault. And I know that it may seem that way sometimes, the way that people can make you feel, but it's not. There's a but coming, and I'm gonna have to hold your hand when I tell you that while it was not your fault and it is not your fault, the healing is your responsibility. That part, which might just be the hardest part, sadly, that's all you, baby. But if you have a support system, if you have people around you that love you and want the best for you, surround yourself with that energy. That's what you need right now. Stop going back to that person that hurt you. Stop going back. Just stop. Now, hear me out. A lot of people right now in your life are seasonal. You think they're gonna stay forever, and in reality, they're just backpacking and they're passing by, collecting memories, because you don't realize what you thought was gonna be long term turn out to be short because you're attached. People are not things, you don't own them. You cannot keep getting attached to people. You just can't do that anymore. They never belong to you. Even if they said those exact words to you, they just don't. Now trust me, it is in your favor to stay present and let life move as needed, because sometimes it can feel quite harsh how the world would just keep going even when you're going through things, but you're not the only one. You might feel like you are, but you're not special. I love you though. Just because you don't know what to do or where to go doesn't mean it's over, even though it may feel like that. I've definitely found that there is an immense pressure to have it all figured out by a certain age or before you turn a certain age, when in reality all you have to do is put your best foot forward. My best advice when it comes to having it all figured out is to move intentionally and trust that you know what's best for you. And while you're in this journey, you may find that it may not feel like progression. You may feel stuck, which again, I feel like it's a very negative way to put things, because I feel like just because you're stuck, you don't have to be stuck in a bad place. I feel like coming from someone that you don't know may be a little harder to wrap your head around, but you are on the right path. There is no what if that matters. What if it all works out? You know, this one is pretty short and sweet. Every time you avoid discomfort, hold my hand, you're reinforcing the belief that you can handle it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Simple words, you know what I mean. This one I feel like it can be at any stage of your life, but I cannot take it personal. Taking things personal can be a mind killer. Taking it personal is the little death that brings oblivion. Like, I will face taking it personal. I'll allow it to pass over. And when it's gone past, I'll turn the inner eye to see its path. Cause when the taking it personal has gone there, there's literally not gonna be anything, only I remain standing. You can't hold on to emotions. You can't keep getting attached to negative feelings, because before you felt like this, you were whole, you were fine, you were you. Allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you want to feel. I am never, ever, ever will be the person to tell you to react different or say things differently or change, because that's probably like the worst advice you can give someone, is to not be themselves. Allow it, feel it, and then let it go. Allow it, feel it, and then just let go. I can't tell you how many times I've woken up with this like impending doom, even if it's just in my head or if it's just something that I'm going through silently, whatever it may be. Have a little cry and just let it be. You can't be sad forever. You just can't. Alrighty, I got out of the shower, I washed my hair, I took such a nice shower. Now I'm getting ready to make dinner, and then I need to get ready to go out because my friends want to take me out, which I'll never say no to spend time with my friends. I wouldn't say I necessarily want to go out, but I want to see my friends and spend time with them, so that's what we're gonna do. Obviously, in the meantime, we're gonna be doing my skincare, so yeah, first body oil, then lotion, and then skincare. But anyways, my next advice would be to choose self-control when you're dealing with toxic energy. The toxicity wants a reaction out of you, and you just can't give people a reaction whatsoever. It's usually always in a negative connotation that we're talking about this, because when you give people a reaction, I am talking in this case about a negative reaction to something that they say to you or something that may have happened to you. They want that from you because it'll fit into whatever false narrative or whatever false image they have of you in their head. Choosing to walk away is a power move, and I don't think that's talked about enough. So when it comes to negativity, just don't. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but you just can't. You can't give it the time of day. It's not worth it for you. It's not good for you in the long run. It's just not. It's not worth it. You need to move on. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to move the fuck on. You can't keep lying to yourself. You can't keep lying to everyone around you. You can't keep lying to yourself about things that you claim don't matter, but why can't you move on? Are you attached? I think the best move is to completely remove yourself from the situation and act like you never knew them. My next advice would be to take space. Be the burden that you never want to be, because you are in this fucking planet with everyone else, and we all deserve the space We all deserve the floor to be who we want to be. Ever feel like a burden? But honestly, if you do, be that fucking burden, own it, and just take space. I don't know how else to word it. You just have to be you, and there's people that are gonna love you and there's people that are not gonna love you, and guess what? The world is still going to be spinning with you in it. Do you understand? I'm just reading up my phone now because I wrote everything down so I could actually talk to you clearly. So if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my phone. Do it for you. Buy that dress for you. Wear that outfit for you. Don't wait for a special occasion. Don't wait for that one day just because you're waiting for something to happen. Does something already happen, and it's you choosing to do it for yourself. I remember growing up, around me, I would always hear sentimientos que estorban hay que matarlos. And I never got that until way later in life. Just never forget that the most important relationship that you'll have is with yourself. You are in control at all times, and I mean that. So you have to be happy with the decisions that you make for you, not anybody else. No one else matters. You are the only one that matters in this equation. The best way to not be controlled by your thoughts, it's to understand that you're not just your thought, you're not just a feeling. Embrace that you're in this situation by its wholeness. Because I know we always want to go into the separation, but I think embracing that your situation without separating yourself from it really allows yourself to be in it, because who you are is your reaction to it. I am who I am because I don't give a fuck who I am. I used to stress a lot about who I was and fitting into boxes and being who I thought people wanted me to be. And then I grew up and I realized that society's gonna do it for you regardless. They're always gonna do it. The more freedom you allow yourself to express who you are, the easier it is to be you and find safety in who you are and who you wanna be, without over-analyzing and leave the idea behind that other people are over-analyzing you. Because the truth is, who really gives a fuck? Love isn't meant to make you anxious. It isn't meant to trigger your fight or flight. It doesn't put you down. It doesn't question you. It doesn't make you doubt your self-worth. Love feels like a hot coffee on a chilly winter morning. Love feels like home. Love feels like warmth. Love feels like a nice comfy bed. Love wants to be seen by you when you're not looking your best, where you're not trying to impress people. It holds you back, it really does, and you don't realize it until it's too late, because you're stuck in your head about what if when I stop performing everyone leaves? What if when my mask comes off they see the real me? But what if people love you? People are going to love you. This one is pretty simple. Just be. Do not let fear dictate your life. Don't restrict yourself ever for any reason, for nobody, ever. Enjoy the little things and know that you don't have to be good. Just be. Because of the content that I make, I get a lot of questions about self-care and how I started, where to start. And self-care does not have to be this extravagant fucking routine. It doesn't have to be this insane 70-step routine. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Self-care starts with you. You need to treat yourself like somebody that you love, somebody that you express respect, kindness, and devotion to, someone that you have so much love for that you just want to care for. Now do that for yourself. Good? This one, I saw this girl on my For You page talking about this, and she was saying the fun is in the creation, not in the validation, and she was repeating that over and over. I feel like a lot of times whenever us creative want to be creative and we want to show it and be a little original or a little unique, we always question ourselves and just are really harsh at critiquing ourselves and how we do our work. It's on us to create the content and make people feel any sort of way. You can't control how other people are gonna react regardless. I know you would love to, but it's just not possible. Don't waste your time trying to make the right choice. Just make the decision right. You can't stress whether the decision that you made was terrible, because who's to say that the decision that you didn't make was the right one for you? How would you have known? Give yourself a little more leeway, give yourself a little more justice. Like, you just can't waste your life going back and forth on the past, because regret is mindless. It's gonna destroy you. So just worry about being intentional with your decisions. Accept that to quiet the mind, you have to listen to it sometimes without trying to escape from it. I know it's easier to do that sometimes. You have to remember that the mind is a detailed piece of history of your life and how we internalize things, how we can unlearn things. And that's why we listen to our mind, to recognize when it's talking. Who we are is a lot easier expressed than it is in here, right? And this is my last advice for you. When in doubt, write it down. Journal, grab a piece of paper, just write your feelings down, write your thoughts, whatever's going on in there, just put it in a piece of paper. You'll feel so much better, I promise. I promise. It seems so simple, but it helps a lot. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. I actually have to get ready to go out, but thank you guys so much. If you wish me a happy birthday, thank you. I love you and appreciate you. Here's another year, guys. Last year we went to Chicago. This year we're staying home. Well, actually, no, I'm not staying home. You know what I mean. I'm feeling good about this one. I think we're in a good place. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the love and all the support. Follow my socials, they're always linked. Subscribe to my YouTube, like and comment. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, okay? Bye, guys.